Hello and welcome to the introduction to the Rosy Lane Turnabout stamp set and Rosy Lane Dies. This is the newest Turnabout design in a beautiful floral pattern. The back of the packaging kind of shows you what it looks like when you stamp the Turnabout once, right there. Rotate it, stamp it twice. Rotate it, stamp it 3 times, and then 4 times to fill in all the nooks and crannies to make a beautiful floral background design. Have a delightful day. You make every day better. Ever so much. So grateful for you, and then love you. And there's a couple of individual stamps like a bloom and then a heart up in the top right corner. If you need a refresher on a Turnabout, check out the tutorial available on the Concord 9th website. For dies, we have a big speech bubble, some word dies, some hearts, some blooms. I've die cut all these to show you what they look like. So this big speech bubble fits perfectly with these word dies. You can mix and match. There's a hello, there's a love you, there's friend, and the friend, each letter is its own individual die. So then you have 3 different size hearts, 3 different size of blooms, little leaves, and then this layered bloom die, really cute, couple of leaves there. So you can mix and match your die cuts to fit on that speech bubble. Now I'm going to show you quickly how to stamp the Rosy Lane Turnabout. I'm starting with sea glass ink. I already have a panel of white cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. It's already stuck to the all-in-one jig. I inked it up with sea glass ink, and then it's very subtle, very light. I love how it turned out. Only stamping 1 time. I'm going to rotate this, clean my stamp. By the way, this is the full-size Misty, works best. And then now here I'm going to stamp it the second time using grapefruit ink. So I'm inking that up well, and then I'm going to stamp this. So you can really customize depending on the color combinations. Also, you can get different looks if you use different colors of cardstock. This one's stuck to the stamp, but there you have the grapefruit ink and the sea glass ink. Sticking this back down to my all-in-one jig, and then I'm going to rotate it so you can see the little numbers in the corners of the jig. So that says 3 because I'm on my 3rd pass, inking up with Sprout ink, and then I'm going to stamp. So I'm keeping very springy, subtle colors. I'm feeling spring in the midst of dead winter of Minnesota. I needed some spring. Okay, look at how this is turning out. You could stop here. You don't have to stamp it all 4 turns, but I do want to show you what it looks like when you stamp it all 4 times. The last color I'm using is Buttercup ink, another fresh, springy color. In the dead of winter, here we go. By the way, have I mentioned the Concord 9th ink stamp like butter? They do, they really do. I never double stamped any of this. 1 time, smooth as butter. And look how it filled it in, all the nooks and crannies. Here's a couple cards that I've created. The first one on the left, I die cut that background with the speech bubble, added the love you, added some hearts, little enamel dots in the center of the blooms on a white card base. Here I stamped the Rosy Lane Turnabout on a sea glass panel with sea glass, juniper, and white pigment ink. So it's kind of a tone-on-tone neutral. I added enamel dots, hearts, and I added that hello friend. That is the introduction to the Rosy Lane Turnabout and Rosy Lane Dies.